Today is episode 18 of the full paycheck investing series. It's another exciting one today as I'll be investing my very first paycheck of my new job. It's a whopping 12.8k, and that includes my after-tax 15k signing bonus that I got, as well as my very first week of pay that roughly amounts to 2.25k after tax. So yeah, tax ate quite a bit into it, but at least I'm in Washington, so no state income tax, which is nice. I'll also be paying a credit card bill straight from my brokerage with a margin loan against my growing assets. And step by step, you'll see practically and transparently how I live out of my Robinhood brokerage account and invest 100% of my income. I'm truly paying myself first in the very real sense of the word. As always, you'll get radical transparency on my channel. I share my real numbers and you see exactly how much skin I have in the game with any given position. You can follow along my portfolio by checking the free Snowball portfolio link in the description below. And if you appreciate all this transparency, make sure to give a like and subscribe. As usual, just quick disclaimer, this video is for entertainment and education purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor and nothing here should be taken as financial investment or tax advice. I'm simply sharing my personal investing journey and documenting my own results. Make sure to read this disclaimer fully. And as far as the monthly flow, I still haven't had a chance to update this. And then given that this week is a special circumstance with the bonus, it's a little bit different. But really, you're going to just see this chart in practice really with what I'm doing. So let's just get started. So if we pop over to Robinhood, so another surprising green day today, given all the volatility this weekend and with the war in the Middle East. So if we pop over to my cash account, which is the new account where I'm depositing my paychecks instead of the spending account, just so people can see that you can do it without the spending account and if you don't have banking yet. So if I go over to my secondary brokerage account here, I actually have 12.8k that came in from this. So this is my very first paycheck. So very exciting. And we're going to get that all invested today. So let's just get that all transferred over to the main brokerage here. So you'll see that this is my buying power currently, my margin total, margin used, and we'll just get that all transferred over. So let's just do that. So do my cash account and then do to my individual, and we'll do the full amount here, 814.63 transfer. Great. So that's all transferred over, nearly at 200,000 in net value, which is pretty awesome after margin. A lot of buying power now, given that you get double of that once you put cash in, right? So I put in 12.8k, so I get double that in buying power or all that in cash. But I'll be investing all of it. I was honestly debating whether I just put in a little, given all the market top and the volatility and whatnot. But I just decided I'm just going to do it all today. Maybe I'll regret this in the future, but just would rather just get everything working in the market. And yeah, I'll be picking a couple of positions here. So let's divide this in a couple of things. So first things first, I want to do basically 10% into growth and my hedge essentially. So I might be doing this going forward. I just have a little bit in growth, a little bit every week. So 90% will still be in high yield stuff, but at least a little 10% in growth to kind of keep supplementing that engine, right? So if I do 10% of 12.8k, that's 1281. So let's do that. And if we go to Snowball, we can kind of see what's been lagging behind this year to date so far, right? So you can kind of really see that these four here are lagging behind. So I'll be targeting a good chunk of these today. So ORR is a big one that's still lagging behind given the war volatility. And I bought basically at the top before it dropped from the war in Iran. And this is more heavily affected given that it's international and has a large Japan stocks, which is more affected by the Strait of Hormuz. So yeah, I'll be doing ORR today, just putting a little bit in there. So 1281. And that will be kind of growing my growth and kind of slash my hedge just because it's a long short on international stocks. So like in normal times, it's a little less volatile and has less beta than the rest of the market. So let's do that. So I'll do 1281 here. Great. Now there's 11,533 left. And now I want to invest 15 to make it an even 10 after that. I want to invest the 1533 over here, 63. So for that, I was thinking when we check back on this, like Bitcoin is still down from kind of just the downward pressure it's had over the last few months, right? I've been kind of buying as it's been in this like channel. So I think I'll just kind of put in another little buy there of $1,000. Yeah, so it's kind of really at the lows here, at least for BTCI. And even when you look against like Bitcoin itself, right? Not quite its like all-time lows, but definitely in the lowest it's been since like 2024, really, around then, before it's had a big run up. So we'll keep buying there if we're in a little crypto winter here. So I'll be putting in 1533 and 63 into BTCI. So 1533, that's 63. Cool. And it's a little bit of a red day on that today, which is nice. And my cost is definitely down because I bought like when it was still high last year. We're transferred over from BITO. So this will be a nice like average down. So let's just do that. Minus 1533, that's 63. Cool. So now there's 10,000 left. So I'm going to basically split the next two buys into like 5K each. And really for this one, just wanted to kind of keep diversifying into, I'm just very heavy in tech, right? So just want to keep my diversification into energy like I've been doing over the last few weeks. So I'm thinking that I'll put 5K into MLPI. So this is just slightly in the red for me. And if we check here, just slightly in the red in total return. So I just want to add to that. So I'll do 5K into that. And this will kind of push me up near close to 15K total. Missed the dip right here a couple, like an hour or 20 minutes ago, but that's okay. Still in the red overall. So I'll put that and that's good. And then for my next position, I was thinking of actually doing something a little newer to the position. Just because I'm very heavy into obviously like the tech stuff, T-SPY, SPY-I, QQI, TDAC and all that. And this one that I'm thinking would actually be kind of like a semi-tech play and a semi-commodity play. So there is Curve's KCOP. It's a relatively new ETF that came out just February. And it's on copper mining and copper itself. And I think the big thing with copper really, after kind of researching it, is that AI data centers use a lot of copper, right? Like tons and tons. There needs more copper than we actually have right now, and it all needs to be mined. And so I feel like long term, as like the AI boom will kind of keep going, like I think that will affect the price of copper, right? And it's had a little bit of a rundown too with the volatility in the war, but it's bouncing up right now. So I'm thinking I'll be doing this. As I've kind of like researched it as well too. One, I've been wanting to get into Curve for a while now. So I think this is a good one to kind of start with. It's a monthly, it's paying like roughly a 16% yield right now. Pretty consistent 0.3 monthly dividend so far. This has been an interesting one I've been kind of keeping an eye on, and shout out to Oculus who's been investing this in a while and has been encouraging us to look at it. So it's been on my radar for a little bit now. I think I'm going to do KCOP here. So brand new position in the portfolio. I wouldn't call this quite a hedge, not like gold because it's a little bit different, but this is definitely firmly in the high yield category, right? So I'll just start with like a $5,000 position here. Oh no, see, this is what I'm scared of. I just did 5,000 shares. I do not want to do that. Interesting. Okay. So I can't actually do, I guess because its AUM is relatively low, I can't do, so let's see. I can't do fractional shares. Interesting. So let's do 5,000 divided by 2407. So that's 207 shares. So just a little under. Cool. Unfortunately, can't do the fractional shares. That's fine. So we'll do 207 and maybe we'll just invest that little difference there into something else. So let's just buy that. Cool. So minus 5,000. 4976.09 2391. I'll just get that invested. Why not? So into something else. Maybe I'll just kind of throw more of that into BTCI just to keep into what I invested in today. So 2391. Cool. Great. So that's the full 12.8k Paycheck invested, which is great and a little bit nerve-wracking investing that much money in one go. But we'll see. We'll see if I regret this and there's like a big red day tomorrow and I should have kept it, but that's fine. I'm getting paid weekly now, so I'll be able to catch those red days and keep DCAing down as things go. So we'll just do that. And as far as bills, we won't quite update the spreadsheet yet, just because I'll be paying a bill first. So I have one bill today for my credit card bill that's coming tomorrow. So I have my BOA Summit build of $1,332.15. That'll be drawn out. This is my main kind of travel card that I use for basically paying a lot of my trips with miles. So like my trip in Japan last year was paid through that. And so I basically, between this and my Robinhood card are basically the big splits. And I mostly just use this for dining these days because it's a little bit more favorable for the points right now. So I'll just transfer this over to my secondary cash account here and get that pulled after the video's done. So let's do 1332.15 and then to the cash account, and then I'll get that pulled after the video essentially. So you'll see that this went up and then also went down because of those investments, but that's how much I have now and cash available for withdrawal. So we'll take that down a little bit and get that transferred over. Great. And that's that. So everything is good. Bill will be paid. And now let's just get our sheet updated with everything, right? Let's get the margin total here. So a nice addition there, right, of the full 12.8K. Margin used, this has gone up a bit because the bill paid, right, and everything was invested. And then let's get our numbers updated. So ORR, BTCI, MLPI, and KCOP. So this should be a nice average down. Okay, and the number of shares, and then BTCI, this will be a nice average down. Yeah, very nice average down, given how low it's been. And shares, MLPI, this should be a very tiny average down, not too crazy. Oh, actually pretty decent. And cool. And then KCOP. So this one I'll have to actually add an entry here to my sheet. So let's do that under the gold one. KCOP, no dividends received. Add the average per share here. 7 shares. And here we'll have to update the dividend as well too. So it was 0.3 times 12. So 3.6 yearly. And we're good to go. So that's the full thing updated. Yeah, and with that, let's look at the numbers here. So with all that invested, my gross value now is sitting at 365.1K with if you combine all the assets together, right? So I have a margin used of 170.8K and a net value of 194.2K. So just getting close to the $200,000 mark, which is great on the net value after margin. And with that too, on the total return side, very green now. And even on the unrealized side, realized gains, it's actually back in the green, which is cool. And as far as margin health, let's take a look here. So all the same numbers here for gross value, margin used, net value. My margin maintenance, if you apply the 25% blended margin maintenance ratio on the gross portfolio value, you get this number. And this is the number my portfolio would have to drop to basically hit a margin call, right? So that right now is a buffer of 102.9K between my net portfolio value and my margin maintenance, which is great. It's pretty healthy. So if you take this number and divide that by the net value, that's actually 53%. So that's what you would typically see on Robinhood, right? On this over here. But like I've said in many videos, I like kind of keeping the gross portfolio value in mind, just because like ultimately you need to drop this amount. And if you divide this by the gross portfolio amount, that's actually a 28.2% drop. So market or the full portfolio would have to drop 28.2% to trigger a margin call. And that would be the equivalent of a 53% drop. So definitely something I want to keep in mind. And that's why it's highlighted green. And yeah, this is definitely getting higher and higher though, which is nice. As far as my buying power, if you take the margin total and minus out margin used, it's actually 86.9K. And then if you take half that, the cash available for withdrawal is 43.4K right now after bills and everything. And yeah, equity will just kind of keep going up from here, hopefully, assuming there's no crazy as big of a drawdown, right? But this should be a bit easier to stay above 50% now. And with that, my estimated monthly income has jumped up to 4.8K per month, which is great. So roughly a 31.7 distribution yield if you go off just the high yield assets, or a 16.67% full portfolio yield if you go off the full gross amount. And with that, through these investments, like now I've kind of fully invested more into high yield income. So 184.1K or a little over 50%, and 181K is in growth. So a little under 50%. So yeah, this is going to diverge a little bit more as I'm going to be focusing more on high yield income going forward. So yeah, that's how it's looking. And that's how the portfolio is looking. Like if we actually kind of take a quick look here to see how much exactly we got invested. So if we do, so roughly 5,000 times 0.1474 in MLPI divided by 12, that's monthly. And then 5,000 times 0.14, that's 79 for KCOP divided by 12. That much. And then how much did we do for Bitcoin? We did 1533.63 plus 2391 times, yeah, it's probably more. Yeah, 36.3611 divided by 12. So quite a bit added between all that. So this plus 61.6 plus 61.41. So added $169.87 in monthly income today through the investments, which is pretty huge. So that's why it's at 4.8K now. So yeah, that's the full paycheck invested. That's bills paid. And then let's see the portfolio drop now that I've invested that huge amount, and maybe I'll regret this, but we'll get to see that live and over the next few days. And yeah, and that's the video really. I'm gonna try a different format today. As usual, if you want to support the channel, if you check the description in any video, you'll see all the different ways you can kind of do that through my free portfolio being linked here, through some referral links. So check it out there. And yeah, that's the video. If you appreciate all the transparency and kind of seeing all my numbers like this, how I'm doing it, give a like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more of it. And I'll catch you in the next video. Yeah, the next video is going to be a special one. Look out for it on Saturday. I'm doing a really cool interview with Recycle Your Money. So yeah, look out for that. It's going to be a good one where we post a video on my channel and his channel as well. So peace.